Hello and welcome to the 17th edition of the Meyer Memos. Today is January 9th, 2021. Tuesday, January 12th, we have a staff meeting at 8 o'clock. The code is always staff meeting. The agenda is to discuss our transition to in-person. Wednesday, January 13th, we have a swim meeting at 11. Thursday, January 14th, I have a principals meeting from 8 to 12. And then Friday, January 8th, we have a BLT meeting at 8. I've put that as a placeholder just in case we need to meet. Report cards. January 13th is grading day. January 29th will be report cards will need to be completed and entered by the end of the school day. February 1st, report cards and labels printed by Melissa by the end of the school day for teachers to stuff. February 3rd, report cards will be sent home with in-person students, and distance students will pick up between 9 and 1 p.m. And the ones that are not picked up will be mailed to those families. Please see Beth Flatmeyer's email regarding report cards, the email on January 4th. And lastly, the two teachers of K2 students who are changing models of instruction will need to communicate to complete the report cards. So basically, we'll need to show click inactive. So in other words, if the teachers need to get together to do the report cards, so if you move to another teacher, the one that has them, they can communicate and fill it out on once the new teacher has that child assigned to them. We'll discuss this at our staff meeting. New story. This was shared by Sarah Becker, our school psychologist. It's written by Ann Garrity, and she talks about how to return to in-person learning and supporting students' mental health. The highlights. Different feelings of students about coming back. Some want to come back and some are very scared. The importance of daily time for students to share stories, reflect about what they've experienced during COVID, because without sharing, the stress can linger and stay ever present. Importance of focusing on grit. Now COVID is not going to be done in January, but we want to tell stories that empower us. It's what grit is made of, is how do you tell stories to go forward. I have linked that short story in the email that sent this memo. Thank you, Sarah, for providing this great resource. Aligning in-person and distance learning. Well, we knew that we had an issue because in-person will be going 5 days a week, and when you're looking at distance learning, they'll be teaching reading and math twice a week. So the principal reps, which were Brian Klein and myself, and teaching and learning department, met with DL teachers, reps from each school to form a work group, and we got feedback from the teachers. Then the principals, all of them, and the teaching and learning decided on the following. In order to keep changes for students and teachers minimal, teachers should use 10 to 15 minutes of their check-in time after lunch for instruction in either reading or math. So on Monday, if you teach reading in the morning, that means that you would do a little 10 to 15 minute lesson in math after lunch. Teachers can continue to use the remainder of that block of time for read aloud or activity as they have done previously. If you're finding that it's hard to keep kids' attention in the afternoon and you're like, how do we do this because they're not coming? Please let me know and we can maybe look at adjusting that sooner. But we try to utilize a time slot that was already there so it doesn't change a lot up for families as well as the teachers. Class lists, they are complete. Melissa and I talked to people while I was moving kids into certain classes and got their feedback. I sent the class list in these emails. And the important thing is that teachers call families of new students by January 14th and 15th. Melissa's going to put these in Infinite Campus on the 13th, and it should be live for the parents on the 14th. It takes 24 hours. So please call those families that are new to you or contact them. Emails are great if you can't call them, but I'd rather have you talk to them personally because that's the best in my opinion. So we want to make sure we make that connection. Kids Safari, Olson will be housing Kids Safari. We're also going to have Westwood kids joining us. Tentatively, JP and his crew are going to use social studies room where Kim used to teach, and then room 116. And then if need be, we might look at the media center as well. Depends on the number of kids, so it all depends on what it all looks like. And then this is how the other schools are whirling. Hillcrest is going to be on their own. Ridgeview and Normandale Hills are combined at Ridgeview. Poplar Bridge and Washburn are combined at Poplar Bridge. Oak Grove, Valley View, and Indian Mounds are combined at Oak Grove. Well, that's it. Sorry that it took me a couple days to get this out. It's been kind of a lot of transitions, and we'll talk more on Tuesday at our staff meeting about logistics and lunch and recess and all that. I hope you had a great weekend. Take care.